Smackdown starts off with Cody and Solo are in the ring. They're cutting a promo against each other. Cody starts rambling on a bit. In the middle of Cody rambling, Solo Sikoa finally interrupts him. He ends up saying that, "Are you done yet? You're wasting my time, bro. Like, are you done talking?" Cody continues to talk. He he ends up saying that he sits at the top of the throne as WWE champion. He respects all the men who helped him on his journey, who are helping him currently. He mentioned Randy, he mentioned KO. He mentions that he doesn't intend on losing. He said because if he lose, he can't repay them. And he ends up saying that he plans to beat Solo just like he beat Roman Reigns. He ends up mentioning, the Bloodline rules match at WrestleMania 40. Solo ends up, saying that you keep bringing up this Bloodline rules match. He ends up saying that I'm not Roman. Roman was weak. That's why he lost. He lost because Roman was weak and he was a weak tribal chief. But he says, I'm the complete opposite of Roman. I'm dangerous. Cody ends up no, before Cody ends up speaking, Solo ends up saying that since you want to keep bringing up the Bloodline rules match and you're so confident, how about we make this match at SummerSlam a Bloodline rules match? Then all members of the Bloodline comes out. They show Jacob Fatu coming out, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa. Cody Rhodes, of course, ends up accepting it. So at SummerSlam, it will be a Bloodline rules match. So most likely, I'm not saying Roman's coming back, but if you're gonna have a Bloodline rules match, I think you kind of need Roman to come back. I'm not just saying, you might as well do Avengers Endgame 2.0, not with people like John Cena and stuff, but you can still do that similar thing. Then he ends up accepting the match. Solo ends up saying that he ends up alluding to how he can beat up Cody right here because he's outnumbered, but he said he's not going to do that because he's going to bring the gold back to the Bloodline. He mentions the tag titles and he mentions bringing back the WWE Championship. Cody ends up mentioning, he was like, look, I understand your entire family hates me, but I don't have to defeat your family. I just have to defeat the tribal chief. And since he's not here, I settle for the wannabe. Love that closing line. Then the segment ends there. This was solid. This is what we needed more of versus Solo versus Cody. Because for a majority of this feud, it was just Solo attacking Cody, but he wasn't really having an issue with Cody. He was just constantly talking about Roman over and over. I like that they actually had an interaction going back and forth. This was really good. Next, get Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. They put on another really good match. Really good match. I love what they did. I love this match. Andrade ends up picking up the victory, which was very surprised. I thought Carmelo would just get the win back, and then the third one can go to either person. But I'm not gonna say I'm getting worried about Carmelo, but it's not looking good because this was one of my fears of Carmelo Hayes. Part of me was like, I don't know how he would be booked on the main roster, because I didn't think he would be booked as dominant or as he was in NXT, where Braun Breaker, he's getting the full treatment. So I did have a bit of this fear of him possibly not being the guy that he was supposed to be advertised. Now it's still early on. It's still early on. So very shocked that Andrade won though. But let's just hope that this actually goes somewhere. No, none of them are going to win championships anytime soon. But hopefully, if you're going to have Andrade win, hopefully you keep building up this momentum and he keeps winning. That way he's built strong. Next, we get Santos versus Apollo Crews. Santos wanted to make a statement to Legado del Fantasma to get back on track. Santos picks up the victory via interference of Legado. Nothing more to really say there. Now we get Logan Paul. He comes out. He cuts a promo. It's in his hometown. He constantly mentions Cleveland, mention how he's the hometown hero, how he represents Cleveland. He is Cleveland. Being there, crowd is booing him like crazy. Then he ends up mentioning LA Knight. Mentions LA Knight, how badly LA Knight wants the U.S. title. He ends up mentioning that the reason that LA Knight has so many fans is because a lot of you guys can relate to him. A bunch of tryhards who have never been at the top. Then he ends up mentioning how people say he's a bad champion, how he hasn't been that good as champion. He mentions the only 2 title defenses, but he says that's more than LA Knight ever has. Then Logan Paul starts mentioning how he wanted to do something special. It's in his hometown, and that Cleveland needs to show Cleveland, him being the hometown hero of what I forgot exactly what he said, but he ends up showing a banner. He was mentioning something about his hometown and how he being the hometown hero, and he wanted to show a banner. He ends up showing the banner, but the banner is spray painted on it. He looks, he's frustrated, of course. LA Knight ends up coming out. LA Knight ends up coming out, and he ends up saying that he ends up talking trash about what he did to the poster, and basically he ends up apologizing. Ends up saying that, look, since I'm going to beat you at SummerSlam, how about I give you another banner? He ends up going backstage, trying to figure out how to get another banner, trying to give Logan Paul something. Then he finds Logan Paul's prime truck. He finds his prime truck, and he ends up saying that, how about we use this instead? He ends up taking the prime truck. Logan Paul is chasing after him because Logan Paul realized what LA Knight's about to do. Logan Paul is trying to chase after the truck, but LA Knight ends up getting away, ends up driving off. This was great. I love this segment. This was solid. This was easily the best thing they have done since their feud, because I have not been really that enjoying their feud that much, but this was really good. Next, we get Unholy Union versus Jade and Bianca for the WWE Women's Tag Titles. This match played out exactly how you would think it would play out. Unholy Union did get some offense in, but majority of the time it was Jade and Bianca dominating. Jade and Bianca was about to pick up the victory, but Blair Davenport, out of nowhere, interferes and calls a disqualification. So Unholy Union retain their titles. I'm a little bit confused here because I understand that Blair has been feuding with Naomi, and Naomi is like kind of part of this thing with Jade and Bianca, but I still don't understand why you would cause Jade and Bianca the titles when you haven't been anywhere near Jade and Bianca this whole time. So it's a little weird, but I'm not mad at it, only because this will make her get more TV time, and I'm a big fan of Blair, so if she could get more TV time, I'm down. But I'm somewhat interested to see how this plays out. Yeah, we know the end goal is Jade, Bianca, and Naomi defeating all of them, but this is very interesting, and it was kind of a swerve because I don't think no one would have thought Blair was going to interfere, and ended up costing Jade and Bianca those tag titles. Next, we get Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton was like upset, crying over her briefcase. Nia Jax ends up gifting her with a new one, but there's a catch to it. She ends up saying that if you cash in tomorrow, or even try to cash in, basically you're gonna have to deal with me. So we're gonna see if Tiffany Stratton attempts to cash in. I don't know if she's going to cash in, but most likely she probably would try to attempt, which Nia Jax may not like. So interested to see how this story plays out. Now we get the main event: Bloodline versus DIY. This was a decent match, nothing too special, but Jacob Fatu ended up going berserk towards the end of the match and ends up picking up the victory. And Bloodline, they have tag gold. After they end up putting all the gold on Solo Sikoa. I like this angle. So right now, this is definitely confirming that the OG version of the Bloodline, either Sami Zayn or Jey Uso, or Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, are getting tag gold. One of those two things are happening. They're going to do OG Bloodline have a tag gold and new Bloodline have a tag gold. And I like it. I think this new Bloodline need tag gold. It makes them look more dangerous, makes them look more dominant, because we all know Solo's most likely going to lose. So I like this. This is really good. This was a decent episode of Smackdown. This was a decent episode. Nothing too major, but this was definitely better than last week. Better last week, maybe better than the week before as well. So Smackdown did improve from this week. Very shocking from a go home show. But you guys let me know your opinions down below. Let me know your opinion. Let me know how excited you are for SummerSlam. But yeah, leave your opinions down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, that's it.